Colin, it's another day, it's another bit of squad movement going on. Simeon's obviously gone, Randy's gone, you brought Kyle in, but do you feel that at some point eventually fate is going to smile on you and give you a good bit of good luck?
That would be nice, actually. That would be very nice. I'd be very grateful for that. I think the good thing is that we don't need to motivate the players, or we shouldn't need to motivate them for Thursday night. I think the occasion looks after itself. You're playing against Mexico, number one in CONCACAF. There'll be a big crowd here, and there'll actually be some Canadian fans as well in the crowd. So I think the guys already are starting to, we've addressed the disappointment of Martinique. We've gone through quite an extensive video session this morning with Mike Salmon, who did a great job for us, and I think that there's a different frame of mind here now. We know that we know what's at stake now. We know we have to get points, we have to score goals, we have to be a bit more clinical, if you like, and show more quality. And in the final third, I thought we got into some very good areas. I've actually watched our game against Martinique 5 times now, believe it or not. I'm a glutton for punishment, but there were times in the game, and even when we showed the video this morning to the players, there were times during the games where we got into some very good area. But we'd like to see a little bit more devilment, a little bit more craft, if you like, in the final third. And we just got to keep working with hopefully the players that we pick on Thursday night will give us that.
A lot of people could say you could be facing Mexico at a bit of an opportune time, not their best team, struggling, their coach, people are asking him about his job, etc., etc. That being said, how wary are you of the sleeping giant, the fact that Mexico can rise up at any time and sting you?
I don't think anyone in their right mind would ever underestimate any Mexican team. So for us to think along those lines would be very, very foolish. I use it as an example of when I was playing in Scotland, if we were playing against Rangers or Celtic and they had just come off a defeat that you're just playing against a wounded animal, or someone that had got a fright. So we're under no illusions how difficult the task is. It's an opportunity, a quick opportunity for our players to bounce back from the disappointment. So the incentive is there. We have to be very positive, but to underestimate Mexico, to make their coaches under pressure, anything like that at all, it's a non-starter for me. It's Mexico, and they always have to be very, very highly regarded and very well respected, and we will give the opposition that respect. But it's about what we do now. I want to see the guys show real character and answer the bell from what was a very disappointing result on Sunday against Martinique.
The one thing that stood out again for me was how big Martinique was. I mean, they were bigger than a lot of you guys like Marcus Haber and Daniil Henry. They had some headers, but they were getting challenged. Mexico, I don't think, is as tall. Or how much are you going to be maybe counting on those set pieces again against Mexico, where they might not have worked against Martinique?
Yeah, I think. It does. Regardless of how tall you are, I think if your delivery is good and you get people that want to attack the ball. I mean, they used to send me up for corners. I'm 5'7", so I think size is not really the issue. It's the determination of the player who wants to get onto the end of the header. I think that's really the important part. So we're concentrating on the delivery of the set play, and certainly concentrating on players in both boxes being first to it and being aggressive to it, and wanting to score goals or wanting to save them at the other end.
And lastly, I obviously grabbed a quick word with Will this morning. He said he's still feeling it a bit. He wasn't at training. Randy's gone home, like we've seen. How are the knocks, the bumps and bruises? Anyone maybe a worry?
Will is clearly a worry for us on Thursday because of what he's gone through so far. But he's away getting treatment at the moment, and he's in very good hands. We have an excellent staff here with the national side, so he's in good hands there. Russell is a little bit tired. He's just feeling a little bit sort of nasally, but he trained fully this morning. So tomorrow's a very light training session, and it's just the general bumps and bruises. But for the most part, it was a good session this morning, nice and lively. The guys are in good spirits. We've managed to turn it around and pick the group up again, and we get ready for Thursday.
Thanks a lot, Colin.
Okay, you will.